Welcome back to my channel. Today I just pulled out this little grouping I have here. A couple of years ago I was out walking in the forest, and on the way out of the forest on the driveway this was growing, and it's basically spruce, Scots pine and a goat willow, and when I pulled it up all three of them were joined together, all clumped together. So I decided rather than split them up, I'd just leave them as a little interesting clump, because that's the way they grew in nature, so that's where I'm going to leave them. So I just threw them in this pot and they've just been in there ever since, last year or so. I can't remember if it was 2 years ago or last year. I think it was 2 years ago. So I'm going to repot them up today, leave them together as a group, just because like that. That's the way they want to grow in the wild, that's the way we'll let them grow. So we're going to pot them up, give them their own little thing, try and make it a bit more natural looking. So at the moment all three of them in a line. I don't want to try not to take them apart and repot them in different, because this is the way they were in the wild. So if I was to change them, it would kind of, I may as well just got 3 separate trees and planted them. But because this is the way I pulled them out, this is the way I want to leave them. Let's get some of this moss. These were just left at the back of the garden the last couple of years and neglected, just to let grow. They were kind of in the shade a bit, so now we'll get them in a new pot and we'll get them a bit of sunshine, and hopefully they'll start filling out a bit. Okay, so first thing we'll do, get them out of this pot. Soil a bit. I'm hoping, like I said, to keep them as one clump. Don't want them to separate, because yeah, the soil I put them in was just old soil by the looks of it. Not great, quite fine stuff. Is that a weed or is that a root? That's a weed. Plenty of roots here anyway, so they survived well together. Like that, probably if I'd have put them a bit more in the sun they would have grown a bit better, but they were tucked in the shade and just forgotten about at the back of all the trees. So yeah, there's, it's all tangled up in the roots. So cut the drainage cloth there, wreck the root. So my idea is to just give them kind of a more of a natural looking planting, and you know, when you get trees like this there's a bit of a story behind them, rather than just finding 3 separate trees and sticking them together in a pot, which is simple enough to do. But if you actually find them growing in the wild like this, I think it's only fair we keep them together. At least people can ask, if they see it, they'll say, why did you plant the 3 of them together? A bit unusual. Say, I didn't, that's the way they came. lot of roots. I'm not sure which tree's throwing up all these roots. Together. Okay, well, first thing I'll do, I'll just trim off some of these roots. I'm not going to need all them, I'd say. Just trim them back to there for now. I'll go and give it a wash, and we'll come back then and have a look. Okay, so we have the roots washed. It's funny, usually you be trying to prise them apart, but this time I was washing them and trying to make sure they didn't fall apart. They seem to be good and tangled up together anyway, so try and get that last bit of. And it's funny, we went back a week later to the same forest, and where this was on the drive, they'd gone and just scraped the whole drive, because there was lots of these little trees growing all along the drive. Scraped it all and covered it all in gravel. So it was, you could call it a bit of a rescue tree. Now, the next job will be to decide this branch here, what we're going to do with it, whether we're going to plant it on a rock or what. I've got a couple of rocks here, you can have a look. Just doing something, just want to give it a bit more character if I can. Or maybe I should just plant it and put the rocks kind of around it, just to give it a feel of a woodsy looking. Okay, next thing I also need to find out is a pot. I have two pots here, which will probably be big enough. I've got this round one. Probably plant it in there, the rocks around it, or I have this deeper plastic one. It's whether that big enough for the rocks. Probably would be, I'd say. I don't want to squash the trees together. If I can, keep them apart a bit. Okay, I'll have a look at it, a little think, and when I've made a decision, we'll come back then and work on potting it up. Okay, I'm going to go with this plastic pot. I think I'm not going to be too fussy about making it all natural looking as such right now. I will put a rock in with it, but I'm going to more concentrate on getting the trees growing, getting them healthy, and building up the strength of the trees now. Leave that light trim back. So I think I'll use this rock here. Just put that in the corner. That will hold the trees in, and also just give it a little bit of a landscape kind of a thing. So let's check now if my rock's going to fit there. That's the right place for it. Put a little thing between them just to spread them out. I'll leave this one out like this. Maybe bring that one to the back a little bit. Bring that one like that. Okay, yeah, that should do us for now. So I've got my base layer in. The roots are all spread out. So we'll get some soil on top of that now. So I can nestle in the rock there. Just sticking it there, I'll take that off. Okay, just work that in a bit. Maybe I could just put this rock just to hold that tree in place there. So that maybe it'll just stop this tree from falling over even more. Maybe that rock will end up staying there. Definitely help hold the tree in. Okay, so just that a bit more moss here will take off again. There's a couple of little dead branches back here, we'll take them off. Like that, the trees are not the healthiest. Now the top of this one, the top of the pine, it's got three coming out together here. So I need to decide on one. I think I'm going to take this one off. Take that off there. It has two opposites here, but this one's tiny. I'll just leave that for now. Stump in there and there. Right, chopped it back initially. Now hopefully we'll get some back pudding once it gets out in the sunshine. The goat willow, we'll take that back here. Maybe here. Like that. Take that back to there. Get that one. Maybe I'll take this one back. Further. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of food. Just to help it on its way. I'll just wash down into the soil as it gets watered. Okay, so that's another video done. It was just a small one. I just spotted it up the back of the garden, so I decided I would give it a little pop for itself and get it started for the future. Maybe one day it'll be something good, maybe not, but for now, because they were collected together, decided I'll just keep them together. So again, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Any comments, leave them in the comment section, and please subscribe if you haven't already. and we'll see you on the next one.